Hello everyone, my name is Dalit Soni and you are watching In Depth by Drishti IAS. As you are aware that today is 22nd of July. It is on this particular day in 1947 that our Constituent Assembly has actually adopted the tricolor, that is the national flag of our country. And that is why we celebrate National Flag Day on this particular day of 22nd of July. So in today's video, we'll be talking about the historical evolution of the design of the flag. We will see what is the significance which is attached to it and why do we celebrate this National Flag Day on 22nd of July. So let's start with the discussion. National Flag Day, how the tricolor was adopted. We will talk about the process, we will talk about the day, we will talk about the opinion of Jawaharlal Nehru at that point of time. So let's start with the discussion. In today's video, we'll be discussing these 4-5 points, that is National Flag Day, adoption day. Then we will talk about 22nd of July 1947. We will see what has happened inside the Constitutional Hall at that particular day, that is of July 22nd. Then we will be seeing what happened in the Constituent Assembly. Then we will see evolution of the design. We will see who has actually come up with the design and then how it has changes with the time. Okay, guidelines ensuring respectful use. We will see what are the statutes or the guidelines which are actually letting us use the national flag in a proper and a respectable way. Okay, and in the end there will be a practice question for you to solve. Okay, so let's start with the first one, that is National Flag Adoption Day. The Constituent Assembly adopted the Indian national flag on 22nd July 1947 and that is why we are actually celebrating it. Now, when we are talking about a national flag, why do we give so much significance to a national flag? Because for an independent state, we have an independent national flag. And we have won that flag, we have actually won the independence, and that is why it signifies the efforts of the people who has actually sacrificed their lives. Okay, so this is a symbol of freedom as well as the unity of our country. So symbolism, if we see, the tricolor represents India's struggle for independence and its commitment to justice, liberty and equality. Design, the flag consists of 3 horizontal strips of saffron, white and green with Ashoka Chakra at the center. We will talk about the present form of our national flag. We will see what these colors, what these stripes or the Ashoka Chakra is basically signifying. Okay, Indian Prime Minister, the first Prime Minister of our country, that is Mr. Jawaharlal Nehru, he has described the tricolor as a flag of freedom, not only for ourselves but a symbol of freedom to all people who may see it. The thing is, when we are talking about the time of 1947, there are various countries which were still under the rule of Britain, and at that point of time India has been an you can say an inspiration for these countries, because a former colony who has actually won their independence by a struggle for like nearly 200 years, and then this particular flag or adopting this particular flag gives a significance, or you can say it inspire all those other colonies which are actually aspiring for their independence. Okay, so it was said that it is the flag of freedom is not only for ourselves but all those who can see it. Okay, now moving further, we will see what happened in the Constituent Assembly on July 22nd, 1947. You know that whenever we are talking about the Constituent Assembly, it has started its working from the 9th of December in 1946. Since then, there were various sessions which has been there. There are various things which has been proposed in the you can say assembly. There were various debates which has happened. On this particular day, there was this resolution which was to be put forward by the Jawaharlal Nehru. As usual, on this particular day of 22nd of July in the Constituent Hall in New Delhi at 10 o'clock, the you can say legislatures were basically assembling over there, and then there was this resolution which was put forward by the Jawaharlal Nehru. At that point of time, the chair of the you can say assembly was Dr. Rajendra Prasad, and then there was this discussions which were going on as I told you since 9th December. There was this discussions which were going on in the assembly, and at that particular day, the first item on the agenda was a motion by Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru about the flag. This motion was put forward in front of them, and then it was unanimously passed. Everyone in the assembly was there standing up for that, and everyone actually has a single voice with respect to that. There were some amendments which were supposed to be proposed, but even then those people also, they have actually gone for the consensus and did not put forward the amendments. Now coming to the last part, that is significance over here, marked a pivotal moment in India's journey towards independence, because this is the time, you know, that when we are talking about 22nd of July 1947, at that point of time already this announcement has been made that India will be independent. Okay, but by the time we got our independence on 15th of August 1947, so you can say that from July to August this was a particular step which has been taken in the direction of the independence. As I told you, having a national flag of your own, that signifies that you are an independent country. Okay, now moving further, what was the resolution which was put forward by the Jawaharlal Nehru? That was called as Nehru's resolution. Okay, so horizontal tricolor of deep saffron, that is 𝐤𝐬𝐲, white and dark green in equal proportion. So in this particular resolution he has described how our flag would look like. Okay, so the first thing was saffron or the 𝐤𝐬𝐲, then white, that is श्वेत or सफेद, then dark green in equal proportions. Okay, so there was these three strips. Okay, so one was of saffron, second was white, and third was dark green. And then there was this in the center, we had Ashoka Chakra, which was having these 24 spikes. Okay, now moving further, a navy blue wheel chakra in the center of the white band. Design of the wheel from the Sarnath lion capital of Ashok, we will talk about that. The diameter of the wheel approximately to the width of the white band. Okay, that will be the diameter, and ratio of width to length, that is 2:3. That will be 2 and this will be 3. So this is a ratio which you have to maintain. Okay, so that was the resolution which has talked about the flag, and here you can see that was the form of flag at that point of time. Okay, so we have saffron, then we have white, then we have dark green, then this is Ashoka Chakra, and you know that Ashoka Chakra is supposed to have 24 spikes. Okay, and the diameter of this particular chakra is that of, you can say, width of this white strip. Okay, so that was there when we are talking about this Ashoka Chakra that has been taken from the Sarnath capital. Here you can say this is the abacus, and in the abacus we have this Ashoka Chakra over here. Okay, so that is about the design of the flag. When we are talking about the evolution, or when we see how it has come, okay, so before this particular flag came into picture, there were various other flags which were there throughout the period of your national movements, etc. Okay, so we'll be talking about that evolution of the design. The first Indian national flag is attributed to 𝐕𝐀𝐒 𝐏𝐫𝐞𝐥𝐢𝐬, okay, and the freedom fighter from the Andhra Pradesh. So that is, he is famous for this, that it was said that this person went to the Mahatma Gandhi and then he has proposed this particular design. It is not that before that we did not have any kind of flag, but the thing is, we contribute, or we can say we actually attribute this particular status to him. That is, the first national flag is attributed to 𝐕𝐀𝐒 𝐏𝐫𝐞𝐥𝐢𝐬, a freedom fighter from Andhra Pradesh. Okay, now colors of the band has changed many times, starting from the first flag which has come into picture, and after that charkha was modified to ensure that consistency on the both of the side of the flag. Actually there was this charkha which was on the middle of the, you can say, white band, but then it was replaced with chakra. Okay, then Ashoka's wheel, chosen for its symbolic representation of India's ancient culture and the continuity. Now this is the theoretical part, as which I explained that there was various changes in the different stripes or the color of the stripes, and when we are talking about the charkha and Ashoka Chakra which has been replaced with time. So basically here you can see this is how our, you can say, flag has been changing. Okay, in 1906 there was this particular flag over here. You can see there was 3 band of color, one is green, yellow, and this one is red. Okay, but then in 1907 it was changed to the green was actually replaced to the third strip over here, and we can say that there was this saffron color, then yellow color, and then there was this green color. Okay, within which there was this sun, and then the croissant having a star. Okay, this particular flag, when we are talking about, when we see 1906, this is an unofficial flag. Okay, after that in 1907 this particular flag was hoisted by, you can say, raised by Bhikaji Cama in 1907. Okay, and it is also known as the Berlin Committee flag. Okay, so 1907 it flag used to look like this, and in 1917 there was this change which has been there. When we are talking about the home rule movement, you know that Miss Annie Besant and Tilak was behind this particular home rule movement, and at that point of time they have used a flag, and here you can say there was red color and the green color which was used. There was this star and the croissant, and then here the Saptarishi was also there. Okay, and then in 1921 they have come up with another you can say design. There was white, green and red, and in between there was this charkha. Okay, and in 1931 this was actually replaced with the, you can say, nearly current form of the you can say flag, where all the colors like saffron, white and green was used, and in middle we had this charkha, which was replaced by this Ashoka Chakra in 1947, and this is basically the present form of our national flag. Okay, so you can go through this particular phases of evolution, and here you can see that every time when we are talking about there is a change in the color, etc. So you can see that they are somehow, somewhere they are actually related to the independence struggle. Okay, so where 𝐏𝐫𝐞𝐥𝐢𝐬 actually raised the flag, and here the home rule movement was there. When we are talking about this flag in 1921, that was having some attachment with the Indian National Congress as well. Okay, the flag adopted in 1931, this flag was also the battle ensign of the Indian National Army. Okay, so INA, it was related with INA, Indian National Army. So that is how we can say that the evolution of the design of the flag somehow is sending a message that how our Indian you can say struggle of independence was that at that point of time. Okay, now moving further, guidelines ensuring respectful use of Indian national flag in India. So when we are talking about flag, there are certain emotions which are attached to it. When we talk about the different colors, or when we see the tricolor over here, when we see the saffron color, we think about courage, we think about sacrifice. When we see the white color, we talk about peace. When we see the green color, we talk about the prosperity and the fertility. The chakra over here, that is the chakra of dharma. So these things are there in our psychology, in our emotion. These are embedded like that we have inherent respect for this, and that is why there are certain codes which are there that you are supposed to follow if you are going for the use of national flag. Okay, now coming to the these guidelines, there are 2-3 statutes. Okay, one is the Emblem and the Names Prevention of Improper Use Act 1950. It prohibits improper use of the national flag for the commercial purposes or as a trademark. Okay, second is the Prevention of Insults to National Honor Act 1971. It ensures prevention of the desecration or insult to the national flag, prohibits intentional disrespect, including burning, mutilating, defecting and tampering, or you can say tampering with the flag. Okay, so that is about the second act, that is Prevention of Insult to National Honor Act. Then we have the Flag Code of India, that is 2002. There were certain changes which has been made time to time. This prescribes guidelines for the display and the handling of the national flag, details the circumstances under which the flag can be flown and the manner in which it should be respected, includes provisions for hoisting and the lowering of the flag, ensuring it's displayed with dignity and honor. So basically there is this Flag Code of India which actually tells you how to display a flag on various occasions. Okay, other than that, when we are talking about the hoisting of the flag, we know that when we say on the independence, there is this we have Prime Minister who will be going for that, and then when we are talking about the Republic Day, the President will be doing that. So this is about the national flag, how it should be used, what was the history, what was the significance which is attached to it. So with that, we will be giving a pause to this particular video. In the end, we will be seeing a practice question for you. So this is the question over here. When did the Constituent Assembly of India adopt the current form of the national flag? 15th August 1947, 26th January 1950, 22nd July 1947, 9th December 1946. Okay, so you have to attempt this question and answer in the comment box. With that, I would like to take your leave. If you have not subscribed the channel, please subscribe it. Have a nice day. Thank you.
For more informative content, like, share and subscribe, and do not forget to press the bell icon to get the notifications.